Own land for as little as $400 with over-the-counter tax deeds. Imagine buying a piece of land for just $400 that could be worth $4,000, $5,000, $8,000 to $10,000. This is possible with over-the-counter tax deeds. This means OTC tax deeds, translates to over-the-counter, which also translates to did not sell at the tax deed sale. So there is a massive opportunity for anybody who wants to kind of roll up the sleeves, put in a little bit of elbow grease if you want to make some money in real estate for maybe getting your first deal, securing your retirement. This tax deed business is a great way to get started. And what we're going to show you here today is some properties that are available now, some auctions coming up. And we also found a place, there's a $40,000 property, and you can actually go and bid on this thing for like as little as a couple $100. So we will reveal the location of that. And this stuff is about real deals available right now that you can dive in and get into real estate. So it's Dustin Hahn here. And we have the top channel on tax lien and deed investing. We have over 3,200 videos here. And if you've ever wanted an alternative way to make money in real estate, this could be it. I truly believe tax deeds are the best way to start. And as we get close here to the push towards the end of the year, depending on when you're watching this is live right now, it'd be so awesome to finish the year with a deal under your belt, have some momentum going into next year, and really make this business work. Because one of our ethoses here is we want you to take action. We want you to take action right after you watch this video. Everybody that tunes in always gets a free mini course, the ABCs. This, this mini course is always available below to help you get going. So I'm going to bring in the auction master here himself, and we're going to dive in. We're going to look first actually at a property. It's in Oregon. This thing's worth around $40,000, and somebody might be able to get it for 10 cents on the dollar. We will show you how to do that. The thing to keep in mind is we don't discriminate against locations. The cool thing is we know how to do this stuff virtually, and we're going to show you guys some super neat tech AI stuff. So I'm going to bring in Mr. Josh Blanchard. How you doing today, Josh?
Hello. Howdy, Dustin. Doing well, man. Just experimenting here with AI, kind of staying on the cutting edge. So excited to show some new things today.
Nice. So we're going to dive in. We like to use AI to help us speed this up. These days, AI can allow you to do hours, weeks worth of work in just a few minutes. So for the Google algorithm, everything that we're showing here today is public record. It's official county tax auction data. No private personal information is being shared. This is for educational purposes. Sometimes the Google AI thinks we're sharing people's deep, dark secrets of their addresses and this and that. But everything you see here is county public information. And every session, if you're new, is something you can follow along with to find some of these deals for yourself and dive in. There are over 5,000 auctions in the US. Half of them are tax deeds. And then today we're talking about property that did not sell. So Josh, let's bring up your screen and we shall dive in head first.
Okay, nice. So today I'm actually using the ChatGPT browser. So when you combine our AI tool with the ChatGPT browser, it's actually pretty insane. My apologies, Dustin. Did we say we're starting with the Oregon deal, or are we doing
Yeah, we'll start with
properties?
the Oregon deal, and then we'll come over to the over-the-counter stuff.
Okay, so this was pretty wild. All right. If I come over here, this is very cool. All right, so I was using the AI, and I wanted to find what was some over-the-counter parcels in Oregon. And so Oregon is a place that, we really haven't talked about Oregon before. And a lot of times for tax sales in Oregon, the opening bid is just going to be too high. Sometimes it's based like roughly against the assessed value. They're not looking to take as much of a loss, things like that. But I wanted to see, is there a place where you can make offers? And so here is, what county is this? Lincoln. This is Lincoln County in Oregon. And here are a couple properties where you can go ahead and you can make offers on them. And so if I zoom in and scroll in here, I can show you when the last auction date was. And so a lot of these, they've been sitting with the county for a long time. So we've got 2011, 2010, 2016, 2021. And so it does say that this is not necessarily the current purchase price. Acceptable offers are based on current real market values and other property considerations. And so this was the minimum bid at the auction. And so with this new browser, it can actually go ahead and it can look at what you see on the screen. And so I had to go through and I just said to it, what are the best deals here? And so it did highlight a couple of deals. And so it had like number one, best deal, number two, good deal, okay deal, bad deal, and worst deal, of course. So it did highlight one for me here in the city of Newport, right here. So R4 is the zoning, residential 4. You can do a lot with that. It's valuable. It's 0.21 acres. This went to the auction in 2016. And so I thought, could this be a good deal? Let's have a look, right? And so if I click this link right here, it does take me to a map. And so I could say to it, and this was actually so crazy. This was so crazy. Let's start over. This is the piece of land. Help me determine whether it's a good deal or not. Um, Original bid was 45K around 2016. And so it can actually see the screen and it's looking at the parcel map right now. And so it's going to evaluate this exact parcel only. And so it's looking at, this is the information here. Step one, what we know about the parcel. So it has full road frontage, of course. So you don't want a parcel that's landlocked, right? A piece of land that's landlocked. Even if the numbers look great, if it's landlocked and nobody can access it, then it might not be good, right? So the lot directly touches SE Scenic Loop. It's got legal access, fire access. Utilities are almost certainly available in the road. It is a buildable parcel under city rules. It's inside a normal residential subdivision. The lot is sloped though. And so as far as like a lot being sloped, this is really out of my wheelhouse, understanding what the slope is, height, all of that stuff, how buildable it is. I mean, that takes a little bit of, expertise. And so the parcel shape is irregular, but usable. So it's not a sliver, a triangle, landlocked, a leftover remnant. It is a real, buildable, legal lot. Couple more things. What's the realistic value? What is a good purchase price? Should you buy it? Here's the honest truth. Yes. If your goal is to flip the land without developing it, yes. If you want a cheap future build site in Newport. So here's like this final decision matrix. And it is not a junk parcel. It's a real legal buildable lot in Newport. Slope reduces value, but not enough to make this a bad deal. So buying it at 20K, reselling it for 45 to 55 is absolutely doable. Now this is really cool. So I went and then did a little bit of like due diligence outside of the old AI tool. So I went to Zillow, and I'm going to bring in just a different browser here. And so I wanted to get to that area. So the easiest way was just SE Scenic LP, SE Scenic Loop in Oregon, SE Scenic Loop, Oregon. See if we can get there. So you can see it's actually a beautiful area. This is a beautiful place. When I zoom in, look at these houses. They're not cheap
Wow.
houses. $1 million, right? $1 million on the street. So there is a piece of land here for sale for $95,000. So immediately I thought, okay, maybe we're in the ballpark of $95,000. Now, let me just kind of show you quickly on the map. So ours is right here. We're in this pocket. Here's the one for 95 grand. So it's like 2 parcels up. So let's go back to the AI tool. I can see that there's a parcel listed on the market right now for 95K. It's about 2 lots north of ours. How is this lot either similar or different? So this is really cool. Right. So great. Now that I know exactly which parcel you're referring to, I can give you precise apples to apples comparison. So here's the key differences. The 95K lot is on a flatter bench of the hillside. So it says, look at the contour lines, and it's not asking me right now, but what it asked me to do, I was like deep in the weeds last night because I was excited about this deal. It asked me to put on the lidar hillshade imagery. So this is what I put on, and I'll just let it know. I'll say previously you asked me to put on the hillshade. I've done
Josh,
that. Yeah.
as you're typing this, for anybody tuning in, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. We'll answer any tax lien and deed questions you have. For over the counter, also let us know who's here, your name, where you're tuning in from, and we will tailor the stream as we go. So we got Arkansas here. We got Bruce tuning in. I was just working with Coach Cam. Nice work. We got Harris County here.
Nice.
We just came from the Harris County sale. So good stuff. Let us know your name, where you're tuning in from, any questions you have, and we will get to them.
So in real time, it's looking at this, and so it can see that it's not the steepest area, but the hillshade shows high contrast. So again, this is out of my wheelhouse. When I'm looking at parcel maps and things like that, I'm not usually looking at a ground hillshade map. And so it says your lot is sloped but not a cliff. It is buildable but will cost more. And so the hillshade also reveals lots 700 and 800 south of you have steeper terrain. So the two north of yours are flatter, which explains the 95K price. And so then it's able to see the difference, because I thought, okay, is my lot worth 95 grand? And so then it's saying this is the fair market value, good purchase price, flipper resale target. So it's saying don't develop it yourself unless you want to spend 80 to 150 grand. So this is a good deal at 20K. So it's suggesting that I could buy it for 20 and then sell it for 44 to 54, which would be fantastic. And so going back, the county listed it for 45 grand back in 2016. So can you explain why offering 20K is reasonable? Seems a bit low. But it has just been sitting there since 2016. So it's saying that 20 grand, you could try to make 45, 50, 59, something like that. So doubling your money, and you could actually offer less as well. But yeah, so the 2016 minimum bid of 45K is 9 years old. So it's just been sitting there. So no one thought it was worth 45K back then. The county already accepted that buyers weren't willing to pay that price. What I like about this, though, is it gives you the information to present to the county to explain why 20K is reasonable. So slope and site prep costs massively reduce actual market value. Because I did look up how much this is worth at the assessor's value, and the assessor's value in this county says it's worth $106,000. And so, then they would say, okay, well, if you get it at like 20 grand, that's way too cheap because it's worth 106. And so then the AI is able to tell me, you know what, it's not actually really worth 106, it's actually worth XYZ. And then this is why the offer is good. So it's literally walking me through the entire process. And Phil's comment, I just saw that. That's funny. We'll get to that. But yeah, 20,000 is a fair, defensible, and strategically smart offer. And the thing is I can actually offer less because this has been, again, sitting for so long. I mean, what is the county going to do, right? They want to get this back on the tax roll. They haven't collected any income on this for the past 9 years, and then obviously for a few years before that. So just a great example of how to utilize the technology, and then with the browser, of course, so amazing that it can actually look at your screen. Because before I had to just take a lot of screenshots, like so many screenshots that the computer would just get so slow. And so now it's not doing the screenshots. And so county assessed $106,000. Realistically, if you want to flip it quickly, you're looking at 35 to 55K. So we could offer $5,000. They might accept that. We don't know. We could offer 10 to 55. I mean, making $40,000. And the only work that was put into this so far was like an hour or so. So, maybe like 10 hours worth of work for 40 grand would be pretty sweet. That'd be pretty awesome.
Not too
So
bad.
that's yeah, I mean that's unreal. So that's the first one. And the other thing too is that here it is on um Zillow. If you were looking to do something else with it, let's say you were in the area, I mean, yeah, house is $1 million. So this is an excellent location to build. Um, yeah, so yeah, 95 grand for this piece of land. So you could get something for, yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20. Who knows what the county will accept it for? But this is the first time we've talked about Oregon, I think, in a long time.
Yeah.
This is a great location. Over the counter, you can make an offer right away. So very cool stuff.
So this is a deal anybody could make an offer on right now. And we actually see that quite often on our streams where people will be following along and taking action, because our goal is to help take you guys to these deals while at the same time teaching you the process along the way so that you can go out and find these properties and do these deals. So let's see. We're going to move on to some dirt cheap land. Before we do, I just want to say hello. We have Leonardo in New Jersey. We have a question. Cheap land in Arizona. We can look into that. Let's see. Bell County, Texas. Good to see you. Harris County as well. And Phil is saying, little late. Emergency podcast. Must smell the money. Yes, we had to do a little zig and zag today, but we came through, hopped on live, and that's the name of the game that we're here to play. So, Phil, appreciate you tuning in. So, if you guys like this, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and remember, in the description, we have the full tax deed directory. You can download this tonight, crack it open tomorrow, start calling the county and finding some over-the-counter tax deeds. This is for free for everybody, along with the ABCs of tax lien and deed investing. You won't see any ads on our videos, just this free book. Our goal is to provide the tax lien and deed community with as much free information as possible. And from there, if you ever want to join us for maybe an auction trip or get some one-on-one help, then you can schedule the free call below and we can help you out. So that's the name of our game as well. So let's take a look. Let us know who's tuning in, and let's go to the over-the-counter land. Magical
Okay.
land.
Nice. All right. So I am going to show you a very profitable deal. I hope someone here gets it. I hope one of you go ahead and make an offer to the county. So a lot of this is also about timing, because as far as an over-the-counter list goes, if the county just had a sale, then there's probably going to be a lot, fresher deals there, you could say, versus, if the sale was 8 months ago and the OTCs have just been sitting for the past 8 months. But if the sale just happened to pass, let's say 1-2 months, then you got a whole fresh batch of properties. That could be something that's really good. So this is the repository list for Erie County. And so this is updated for 2025. 2025 repository sale list in Erie County. And what a repository list is, it's just unsold tax sale property in the state of Pennsylvania. And so if you're getting started in this business, this is one of the best places to check out, because the county is willing to accept, it's county by county, but in Erie, they're willing to accept $250 for a parcel. And so there's a lot of stuff here. I'm going to show you the what we got directly from the county first, so that you can see it in its original format. Here it is from the county. There's a minimum bid of $250. So I know it says own land for 400, but it's even a little bit better than that. $250 you can offer them. We've seen it happen before. We've had a couple testimonials from our students who have done the exact same thing, turned $250 into 15 grand, turn that 15 grand into 60, and etc. Build on it. So this is how it comes. Without if you're kind of new to the business, it takes a little bit of time to learn what you're looking at here. But I did use the AI, and it quickly pinpointed something and suggested that I check this out now. I was like, okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So here it is. Bottom line, best deal off Ridge Road. It's 1.5 acres in Pennsylvania that you could make an offer on and possibly get for $250. So this is the only parcel there with real acreage. no landlocked note, potential development, a chance to acquire for very cheap via repository bid. So rural parcels in PA often have comps of 20 to 60K for 1 to 2 acres. So it says, I could pull satellite imagery, check comps, check zoning and access, find assessed value, draft an offer email to the county. Very cool, right? So it can handle all of this stuff for us. Yeah, 1.5 acres. It's not a sliver. It's not leftover sliver of land. It's not landlocked. Could be rural, residential, recreational, or timber hold value. So you offer them $250, and you're potentially walking into an acreage that's worth 20 to 60 grand, which is unreal. So even on the bottom end, $250 to 20 grand is pretty insane. This is quick. This is big gains here, people. This is very big gains.
Gains.
This is
That's what it's
huge.
about.
And when lists get updated, that's the time to check. And so calculating or looking at a calendar, we have the auction calendar, for instance, right here. Looking at a calendar, you can see, okay, you know what? So, and for instance, like Washington State, here we go. This is great. This is a good pivot. Washington State is doing all of their auctions right now. So they happen on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And so what Washington does is if it doesn't sell, they call them tax title properties. And so knowing, okay, the auction just happened 5 days ago, sorry, 2 days ago, you call the county and you say, okay, how quickly are these properties available that didn't sell? How quickly can I make an offer or pick them up or scoop them up? And so this is a way that you can get these deals before anybody else does, because a lot of people, they may just wait another month, wait a month after the auction and then reach out. But reaching out right away, you could be on top of that, because this deal here that we just identified um, in Westmoreland or Erie County, Pennsylvania, this deal is not going to last for very long. Oh, interesting. Yeah, interesting comment there too. We'll get to that. But a deal like this is not going to last for long. And so someone could come and pick it up for $250. And so positioning yourself in the right time can make all of the difference. And so using this our vault.taxlienschool.com, using the calendar, you can see, okay, this just happened. I'm going to go ahead and call Island County. And so we give you the directory for free. You can call Whatcom County and be persistent with them, because they might say, okay, we don't have it yet. Well, okay, when are you going to have it? When will you have that information? They say, I don't know, and so if you just leave it, then someone else is going to come in and they're going to scoop up that deal. They're going to turn $250 into 20 grand. And so that could be you. So yeah, the idea, use the vault.taxlienschool.com, see when auctions happen, call the county after, use the directory. We've got Charleston County in South Carolina, happening on the 8th, coming up. So you just go ahead, call them and ask them if they have anything left over. But we are handing on a silver platter and a phenomenal deal. $250. Everybody should be calling them right now and making an offer on this parcel.
Nice, nice. That's the name of the game. Cheap property available now. There are thousands of these just waiting for you guys to scoop up. And the early bird gets the worm when we show properties on the channel. We've shown sites before where the law firm handling, like, dude, we're all out of property. You made a video, our office has been flooded. And I think it was like $2 property one time that came up, and it was pretty wild. So somebody's saying, got a refund on one of mine because it was a mobile home, no land. They made a mistake. Josh, can you comment on that?
Yeah, I mean, the other thing too is that we've seen a lot of people make huge profits through mobile homes. I'm wondering if you visited that, because maybe you actually got a good deal, depending on what you got it for. We've seen people, buy repository list mobile homes for $250, $500, $1,000, and then quickly sell them for $5, $10, $15,000. So they did make a mistake, but wouldn't be a bad idea to see what the conditions of the deal were or the arrangement were before going for that refund. Yeah, we've seen that. We've seen that a lot. Now it is a little bit hairier. We have been in quite a few precarious situations buying mobile homes and not getting all of the details from the seller. So these weren't tax sales. These were like motivated sellers. And there's a situation where we bought a mobile home, and they said everything was kosher with the landlord because you're not getting the land, right? And so then we actually walked into a volatile situation. And so that's the unknown with mobile homes, is that you're not sure what the arrangement is with the landlord. We one time got a mobile home under contract, and we did have a buyer lined up to make a $20,000 wholesale fee, and the landlord would not allow it. They would not allow us to sell the property, to sell the mobile home to someone across the street and leave it there. They actually wanted it gone. So that's the one. That's the one unknown. But for $250, we're not talking about a lot of money here. We're talking about your Netflix subscription for a year and a half. So
Yeah.
it's a very low risk as well.
Anytime you are, add up your subscriptions, your time on social media, and think, how many properties could I buy, instead of, indulging in the lovely apps, which, there's some good shows out there. It's pretty crazy though. How, Josh, I was chatting, like, historically, like growing up, maybe once a week you got a good show. Like, you're waiting for the
Right.
X-Files, That 70s Show, Melrose Place, Knots Landing, Days of Our Lives was daily. But you had to wait. Whereas now we're just inundated with like nonstop stimuli and content. So our ethos is to take action. The worst thing you can do is watch this video and not take action. These deals are sitting there, and now's the time to start. The best time to start in real estate was 20 years ago. The second time is today. We always mention that. For everybody here, there's a free book in the description below. You can grab the ABCs. It's going to walk you through this step by step. It's our gift to you. And the simplest thing you can do is grab this directory, call up a tax deed county. For example, maybe you're in Georgia, you can call them up, or just open any random page. Maybe you're going to go here in Ohio, ask them, hey, when was the sale? Are there any properties left over? How do I get that list? And then you can call them up. Let's see. We got a comment here. Just bought something with a house on it in Arkansas, but can't travel from Washington State during the winter. Okay, in a V8. Washington is great, but taxes are high. Need 10 to 30. Okay, nice work. You got something in Arkansas? That's awesome. We've shown a lot in Arkansas here on this channel. So you are in the game. So keep us posted on how that goes. Let's see. Josh, maybe we keep it a little shorter unless you had something else on your screen.
No, I think we've given two really good deals. One in Oregon, and then one in Pennsylvania. So and we've shown kind of where you can go for that as well. So yeah, I think we got it locked and loaded.
Excellent. Guys, if you like this, do us a favor, hit thumbs up, subscribe, ask us a question in the comments. And it's time to get started. Take some action here, finish the year strong, and let us know what you need. We will be here along the way helping you guys figure this out. So we shall sign off and see you on the next one. Make sure to get the book in the description below, and we'll see you soon. Ciao.